Howard, can you hear me? Howard, can you hear me? Make sure your seatbelts are fastened and your trays are in their upright position. I promise I won't do that again. Hi, everybody. Happy Father's Day. It's me, Jennifer Nittoso, and I am here with a special Sunday evening edition of Atlanta Flights Live, coming to you live from Hartsfield-Jackson in Atlanta, the world's busiest airport. Hoping to catch some fun departures, maybe some international departures, maybe some heavies this evening. I see some of you are already in the chat, hanging out, doing your thing. So let's give a shout out to Jolly Jumper, Royals, LOL, Eddie, Chris, hello, how are you? Courtney Marie, Michael Walker, Kevin Kasim, Luke from New Zealand in the future. Who else we got here? Oh, Royals, Eddie, a little impatient this evening or what? I think it's a little late your time, so I'm going to let it slide this time. Hope everybody had a nice Father's Day for those who celebrate. If you're a dad in the chat and you got something fun, tell me what it is. I'm interested. I want to know. Let me see. What else can I tell you? Oh, I can tell you that I am working on setting up some live streams from some fun locations near the airport. I can't say anymore. It's top secret, confidential, but fun things on the horizon for Atlanta Flights Live. So for the first of 743 times, I will say, don't forget to like and subscribe and turn on your notifications. Right now, heading out, this is Delta 1847, headed to Milwaukee, Airbus A321. Another thing we need to talk about is we have streams planned this week, but I tell you what, Mother Nature, she is a cruel, cruel mistress. So things may be a little fast and loose over the next few days. We are planning to stream live tomorrow morning. I hope it's going to happen. Definitely planning to do Thursday and Friday, and by then the weather should be a little bit quieter, but I would say the next 2 to 3 days are going to be unpredictable. So just bear with us. We will update the lives and send out notifications to keep you in the loop. So if things get pushed up or back or postponed or unfortunately like sacked for the day, then you'll be the first to know. This is Delta 2163 going to Columbus, Boeing 737. John Casella, good evening to you. Perry Hancock from Coaling, Alabama. Which part of Bama is that? What are you near? Joshua LeClaire. Is it afternoon or evening? It's 5:05 EDT here in Atlanta. Do you consider that afternoon or evening? There is no wrong answer, except for the answer that disagrees with me. See, did I miss anybody in the chat? I don't want to neglect anyone. Oh, Alexander Batista. Oh, I guess we missed Alexander. Well, we hardly knew ye. Brian Tucker, checking in from South Carolina. Hey. Just a reminder to keep things friendly in the chat, please and thank you. We are inclusive. We are polite. Dad jokes very much encouraged this evening. Oh, here comes our first manner for the day. Spirit Airlines 1147 coming from Cleveland. That was an Airbus A320. Putting the banana phone on hold for now, till the next one. Aircraft Explainer checking in from Germany to do half my job for me. Hi, how are you? Perry Hancock, you're near Birmingham. The Ham. So just a couple short hours from us. Let's get a temperature check here. We are at 84 degrees at Hartsfield-Jackson. Conditions are partly to mostly cloudy. We've got winds out of the southwest at 9 miles an hour. We are expecting some showers and thunderstorms, but not until last I checked. It looked like our best chance was going to be after midnight. That makes my dog Ralph very unhappy. This is Delta 2306 coming in from Knoxville, Boeing 717. Ralph does not like the sky booms. The last time it thunderstormed, which was just a few days ago, the thunder was very, very loud. And he decided to sit in a laundry basket. Whatever you got to do, Ralph. Whatever gets you through. Remember last week when I was like, oh, it's 73 degrees and dew point's like 59 and it's so nice here in Atlanta? That is over. It's been very warm the last couple of days. This is Delta 752 going to Charlotte, Boeing 717. This is Jen Air, Flight 01, full of Diet Coke, going to my face parts. Moderator has entered the chat. Thanks for being with us here tonight. No, Royals, that was, Eddie, that was definitely Fahrenheit. If it was 84 degrees Celsius, I'm pretty sure my face would be melting off. But if you make me, I will do the conversion. Let's see. Okay, here we go. 84 degrees Celsius is about 84 degrees Fahrenheit is about 29 degrees Celsius. I should be able to do that in my head. But I'm lazy. The internet has made me lazy. American Airlines, 1452, headed to not available. Airbus A319. Come on, flight radar. Nah, not happening. So I'm going to say it's headed to Sacramento. How's that sound? 100% not true. Or if it is, I quit and I'm starting an ESP Miss Cleo-esque hotline. Hi, Joshua. Oh, are you pushing the afternoon agenda? That's fine. That's fine. Oh, twofer. No extra charge. Mitsubishi CRJ 900LR about to take off, and we just saw an Airbus A320 come in from Chicago. Oh, I beat you to it this time, aircraft explainer. In your face. This one time. Royals, I hope so. Because then I'm going to Vegas. Question mark. Ha? Question mark? Ha! Exclamation point. Aircraft explainer. When my radar lags, I look down and I see you've got the aircraft there right for me. I appreciate it. So it's not really in your face. It's more in my face. So, true, 100% true story, you guys. This is Delta 2379 coming in from White Plains, Boeing 717. I was out for dinner last evening, and I was near PDK, which is the Peachtree DeKalb Airfield. It's for small planes, generally. The restaurant I was eating at was very close to it. And a couple of times, we had, not more, it was really more like several times, we had planes fly overhead. And I was like, hey, you guys want to know what kind of plane that is? They're like, not really. I'm like, well, I'm going to tell you anyway. So we have reached that level in a mere 7 live streams. Oh, but it gets worse. Friday evening, me and Monkey, my pit bull, hanging out, getting ready for bed. And I hear a loud plane overhead. Loud plane. And I say, I wonder if that is an international flight. Looked it up. It was a 767 going to London. What does all this mean? Maybe that I need to get out more? Maybe when I do get out, I should stop talking about airplanes? I don't know. Like I said, we're just getting going here. I already can't shut up about it. I do not see any fun Father's Day repartee in the chat. So give me something. Give me something good. To our new friends, perhaps joining us for the first time. Hey, I'm Jen. This is Atlanta Flights Live. We are entering our third week of live streaming here from Hartsfield-Jackson with moi. If you've been a lurker, that's okay, no judgments. But maybe tonight's the night that you stop lurking, you pop into the chat and you say, hey Jen, maybe I just want to lurk, why don't you leave me alone? Or, hey Jen, my name's insert name here, and I'm watching from insert place here. And my favorite airplane is insert airplane here. Oh, I know, Chris. Like, it literally took a week and a half. I mean, I wasn't far off anyway. Coming from a meteorology background, I was already, you know, on the cusp. So it didn't take much to push me over. Aircraft explainer chiming in. My flight to Sacramento was 100% not going to Sacramento. It was going to Philadelphia. Thanks for getting that in there for me. Eddie, do you guys have Father's Day? Just at a different time of year? Or is it just like, you know, screw you, dads, get out of here? Delta 998 coming from Charlotte. Boeing 717. About a half hour ahead of schedule there. There we go. Lurking in the chat from Boston, JC Boston. JC Boss. I'll call you Boss for short, for now. If you don't want to tell me your real name, that's fine. Sorry if I lost you there for a second, had to refresh. It happens. Boss, lurking from Boston. What's the temperature in Boston right now? Is it nice? I mean, I could look it up. I am looking it up, but maybe you'll tell me first. Thank you, Joshua. I am currently not a father, but I appreciate the sentiment. Cloudy around 70. Aircraft explainer, Father's Day in May, in Germany, right? Okay, touching down right now. This is Delta 2673 coming in from Cincinnati. So Boeing 737. It is 82 degrees right now with overcast skies in Cincinnati. I mean, yeah, Royals, I get that. I don't think anybody particularly cares for a hard landing. We have 5 planes approaching the roundabout, the bend, the hook, the cul-de-sac, whatever you would like to call it. Dove, watching from Augusta. Lots of stuff does go through Atlanta. True story. All right, Eddie. Thanks for checking in. I know it's late in your neck of the woods. We appreciate you coming by. Coming in, Delta 2728 from JFK. Boeing 757. Thank you, Joshua. Tell your friends. Tell your fellow aviation geeks. Am I an aviation geek now? Do I need to go a little bit further? Am I not there yet? Am I like being hazed to try and get in the fraternity / sorority of aviation geeks? Coming in from Midway, this is Southwest 2860, Boeing 737, coming in about 35-ish minutes late. Over to the bend. Leading the pack here is 2902, Delta 2902 going to DC, an Airbus A320. 86 degrees and clear skies at Dulles right now. Hello, Zeri Smith. Welcome to the Sunday evening Father's Day extravaganza. Twofer. On the way in, Southwest coming in from DC. On the way out, A320 on the way to DC. Crisscross. That's 2902, headed to Dulles. And the Southwest flight that just came in came from Ronald Reagan. But DC either way. I stick with my original crisscross. Zeri, where are you checking in from this evening? Assuming it's evening wherever you are. Delta 777 coming from Vegas on a Boeing 757. A lot of sevens. Oh, hey, I've heard of that place, Derry. Hey, hi, neighbor. Oh, Michael Walker, farewell. Sorry I didn't see that until right now. We are planning to go to 7 p.m. EDT this evening. And all things being equal, I'm right back with you at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. Again. Depending on our cruel mistress. This is Delta 2483 going to Dayton, 717 there. Whole bunch of planes headed for the bend. 8 looks like right now. And then a couple just kind of wandering around aimlessly. Oh, nope. I know it's not doing this, but it looks like on the radar that one just like flipped around and was like, nah, not going. Changed my mind. This is Delta, Flight 704 going to Charleston. Going 737 there. Aviation 304, what's up? How are you? It's going all right. Jen with one N, happens all the time. I think it's a southern thing, the Jen with two N's. I don't know. I never really ran into it until I lived in the South. Hi, little baby. What are you doing, little baby? I don't think the flight information is right here, but this is a Cessna 680 Citation Sovereign. Thank you, Aviation 304. You the best. Coming from the sacred aviation trees. Very popular destination slash originator this evening from DC. This is 7:59 Airbus A321, touching down about 30 minutes early. No lack of departures teeing up here in the Brook. Hey, I don't know if you guys have heard this or not, but we're the world's busiest airport. Breaking news. Here's my little pet, the Mitsubishi CRJ 900LR. Delta Connection 5556 going to Cincinnati. 82 degrees and overcast right now at Cincinnati Northern Kentucky International Airport. Hey, Aviation 304. Did you do anything for Father's Day? Everybody seems quite reserved in the chat when it comes to giving me some Father's Day tea. Nobody got any presents. Nobody had something terrible made for them for breakfast. Nothing? Anybody forced to grill a hamburger? I'll take anything at this point. Show enough. What's up? Let me take a look at my weather nerd radar. Switch from aviation geek to weather geek for a moment. One of the apps I like to use for tracking storms is called Radar Scope. Any of you guys ever use that? It's pretty cool. Our dove got a hug. Hibachi shrimp for supper. Solid, solid. So I'm looking at that storm over McDonough, or McDonough adjacent. Is that the one you're talking about? No, you're not. You are talking about the one just south of College Park, I bet. Consider my eye on it. That was Flight 2430 to Pittsburgh, Boeing 737. Sure enough, I was a meteorologist at the Weather Channel for nearly 9 years. And before that, I was a weather forecaster for some small market local TV stations, not local to here. I worked at one in Texas and one in North Dakota. I started out as a reporter, but I had always wanted to do the weather. And once I started doing the weather, I went back to school and got my meteorology certification from Mississippi State. So, if that qualifies me as a meteorologist, then yes. However, real talk, I haven't worked professionally as a meteorologist since 2014. Like riding a bike, though, right? Sure. This is Delta 322 coming in from Boston. Airbus A321 there. Coming in ahead of schedule. Was expected to arrive at 6:12, but wheels on the ground at 5:34. So I may not be an aviation expert, but I know more than the average bear about the atmosphere. And I have this sparkling personality. Right, guys? Right? Right? Sparkling? Everyone agrees? Holy departures, Batman. I don't think I can even count that high. There are a ton. You will never guess where this one is going to. Did you guess DC? Because the answer is right. This is Delta 420. Airbus A320 going to Ronald Reagan. I'm trying to, been trying out different locations for the camera in my booth. And I now have it very close to my iPad, so if you see my magic hands, I'm trying not to get them on the camera, but it's me zooming in on my flights. Southwest 2634 coming in from Indianapolis. About 15 minutes ahead of time. Boeing 737. Ah, thanks, moderator. Thanks, everybody, for the compliments that I made you give me. Larry Richards, I do not personally know Reed Timmer, so I have nothing interesting, no background there. Thank you, R-Dove. One of my, well, really, my primary job at the Weather Channel was doing weather forecasts for radio stations all over the country. So, many years in radio. And I'm an audiobook narrator and a podcast host, and I do a little commercial voiceover. Not a ton. Some here and there. So, yes, just the melodious strains. When I went to Duran Duran the other night, I didn't sing along at all. Not one single word. I occasionally quietly hummed to myself. But I didn't want to scream and yell and sing and lose my voice because I needed it to be frosh for you guys on Friday. Do you see the sacrifices I make for you? Do you know how hard it is not to sing along with the reflex? That is American Eagle Flight 4257 coming in from Chicago O'Hare. Embraer E175LR. Yeah, Larry, I didn't sing along with that one either. So sad. Choppa Man, we are even happier that you found us. We're a relatively new stream. This is only our 7th live stream, our 3rd week of streaming together. I'm calling it. Anybody who gets on board in June gets OG status. But after July 1, You're just a medium G. Are we all in agreement with that proclamation I just arbitrarily made? Hello, Aaron from Rock Springs, Wyoming. Always a pleasure. I spent a summer in Wyoming. It was a tiny little town. I worked on a ranch. Another true story. It was a good hour and a half or so from Laramie. Wyoming is a beautiful place. Learn to ride a horse. Learn to fall off a horse. This is Southwest 1676 going to LaGuardia. Got a Boeing 737 there. That is original gangster, show enough. Just means like, you know, you're one of the originals. You're, you know, first in, VIP or something. I don't know. Isn't that what the kids are saying today? It's probably what the kids were saying 5 years ago. Because that's about how closely I keep up with the trends. All right. Here's a little baby, and you know, I've been waiting for this to happen because, as I mentioned, I was at dinner last evening with someone who was actually somewhat knowledgeable about airplanes and told me that it is not a Bombardier, it's a Bombardier. Challenger 350 Bombardier. Can somebody in the chat confirm that I've been saying the name all Anglified and not Francified like I should be, so that I can be cloaked in shame yet again? Show enough, everything's on the table at this point. Custom emoji, I will take it under advisement, get to work on it. Larry, they must have a hub somewhere, right? Don't they have a hub in this, well, not to be stupid, in the Southwest? Aren't they like a Phoenix hub or something like that? Graham checking in from Dublin. Hi. How are you? Thanks for joining us this evening. That's JetBlue coming in from JFK. Embraer E190AR. Chris, so you've been letting me say it wrong this whole time? I don't know. I don't even know who you are right now. I mean, at least Bombardier is actually a word, a real word, that means something. Just not the correct way for the name of that plane. I'm making excuses. Oh, Chris, I wrote it down phonetically. It's here right in front of me. I will never make that mistake again. You schooled me on that one. Graham, what is the weather like in Dublin? What I assume is, let's see, is it 10:45 by you? Yeah, French Canadians. Thanks a lot, you guys. Oh, sigh, you are going to make me convert from Celsius again. Still watching that storm, Chris, and it seems like it's headed more due east than northeast. So hopefully we are not going to have to deal with that. I'm checking out a different radar now. Did I speak too soon? Oh, this radar doesn't even want to show it. This radar is mad. Take a look at my lightning strikes. Oh, contraire, mon frere. There is a little lightning. I'm seeing some lightning strikes. I'm not really sure how many miles south of the airport that is. But there are a few out there. Not a lot, but a few. Twofer. That was Delta 1467 coming in from Detroit, A321. Wait, nope. Yep, nope. Now I'm getting my planes crisscrossed. Yeah, that was right. And then this is Delta 951 headed to West Palm Beach. It is just Plane-a-palooza in the Bend right now, guys. It's crazy. It's whack. Hey, 10:45. Woo! I went to Dublin in 2018. I ate a lot of potatoes, and they were all good. I went to this restaurant called Box Tea. Ooh. Can't remember exactly what I had, but it was some sort of potato-y goodness. Like, not to be a cliche, Ireland potatoes and all that, but they were really good. Hey, look! Here is an actual flight to Sacramento, not one I made up. Delta 566 to Sacramento, Boeing 737. Darmok, hey. We did put up the notification kind of later on in the afternoon, so there wasn't a ton of lead time because we were trying to decide exactly what time we were going to do. So that might be why you didn't see the notification. But next time I will send someone to your house to let you know. That is FedEx 502 coming from Memphis, Boeing 767. Chino Hills, California. Perfect. I'll send Uber notifies to let you know next time. Touching down here. That is also a 767. Coming from JFK. Harry Hancock giving us a heads up that we've got flight coming in from Heathrow. I see you. I see you, London flight. That London flight is a Boeing 767 that probably flew over my house going the other way on Friday night. This is our first international landing for this stream, and you know what that means. Queuing it up here. There it is. Our friend coming in from London. Anybody who's new, I have certain songs and sound effects for certain kinds of flights or planes, or that I have 100% arbitrarily assigned certain things to. So for international flights, but not Canada and Mexico, because they're not special enough, international flights get an extremely obnoxious air horn remix. Yeah, it did look like it was falling apart last I looked at it, Chris. So many screens, so little time. Yeah, it looks like it's collapsing. And it's between Forest Park and Riverdale. It's kind of starting to creep to the southeast now. This is 1196, Delta 1196 coming in from Fort Myers. Boeing 737. Anybody from Florida in the Chizat this evening? Hey, if you did pop in and say hi and I missed you, please send me an emoji of something. You can send me a party hat or the party megaphone. Because sometimes I miss things in the chat, looking at my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 screens. Okay. So many planes. I think we have 10 planes either headed toward the bend or coming around the corner. Leading off here, Delta 2505 to Detroit, Boeing 757. Darmok, what is that? Is that a present? Is that Chinese? No, it's Chinese food. My iPad mini screen is small. It is hard to see. I'm sorry. LH Triple D, hello, hello. Thanks for checking in tonight. Sarah J. Willoughby Green, greetings in South Carolina. Aviation 304, at the moment, we only have one official moderator, but we may increase that number in the near future. That is Delta 629 coming in from Tampa. Coming in a little bit late there, Boeing 757. Wheels up there for Delta 1170 to Austin, Airbus A321. Darmok, how do you apply? Nope. Moderator coming in to correct me. We do have many moderators? Okay. Ooh, hello, United. This is United 2616 coming from Houston in a Boeing 737 MAX 8. That looks new. It is brand new, you guys. That is less than a year old. That plane came to be in July 2022. This one's headed to the Ham. Delta 2484. On its way to Birmingham, Boeing 717. Darmok, is that out of 10? 9.7 out of 10? Yeah, I saw Perry. Just a couple of short hours away in the Ham. It's a quickie flight, too. Leaves at 5:21, gets there at 5:20. Goes so fast, it actually goes back in time. 1 minute. Of course, I make a joke. The Ham is an hour behind us in Central Time. This is Delta 942 going to San Jose. Boeing 737. Let's see what the temperature is in San Jose right now. 73 degrees. Winds out of the north-northeast at 13 miles an hour. Touching down there. That was a 737 coming in from Memphis. This is a 717 on the way to Knoxville. Flight 2800. That storm off to the south is definitely losing oomph, but definitely going to keep an eye out for any additional activity. Don't want that ruining the fun this evening. That's flight 2604 headed to Baton Rouge, Boeing 717. No lack of departures here on a Sunday evening. We're coming up on the 6 o'clock hour. This is a 737 going to Louisville. Sarah Jane checking in from Australia. What time is it right now where you are? Doros coming to us from lovely Cyprus. Just a friendly reminder, if you can't be nice, I will put you in timeout. I don't wanna, but I will. United 287 headed to Houston. Boeing 737 MAX 8, and that is a 1-year-old plane. So you guys know I like Frontier planes because they have cute critters on them. And I like to say Mitsubishi CRJ 900 LR. Speaking of, is that one right there? It is. But I also like saying MAX 8. I'm easily amused. I know, moderator, that you are like head dude in charge of the moderating. I did not know that Whiskey Films was as well. I did not get that memo. But that's cool. This is Delta 375. Nope, that's a lie. Wrong plane. This is Delta 490 coming in from LaGuardia. A-bus A321. Twofer there. The one on the way out is 375 going to Jackson. It's a Boeing 717. Making the ascent right now. Is it John Rolla or is it Roll? Or is it Roll? Or is it Rolly? My money is on Rolla. Hi, in New Zealand. Getting some rain? We are dry for the moment, but we have got some rainy weather on tap here in the vicinity of Hartsfield-Jackson, the world's busiest airport, which is where we are bringing you departures and landings at 6 o'clock EDT here on Atlanta Flights Live. I'm Jennifer Nittoso, I'm your host. We are a new-ish stream. We are the #1 live plane spotting stream in Atlanta. I can say that because as far as I know, we're the only one. This is an Embraer Phenom 300 headed off. Roll. Well. I mean, that's a perfectly good pronunciation on your name, I guess. Rolls are good. Are hard rolls a thing in New Zealand? Where I am from, the great state of New Jersey. When I was a kid, you could walk into any 7-Eleven, any store like it, and there'd be like buttered hard rolls by the register. Maybe there still are. Here in Atlanta, a good hard roll is not easy to come by. This is SkyWest Delta Connection. Flight 3711 going to Lexington on a Mitsubishi CRJ 900 LR. Wait, am I making jokes? What was I joking about? Not about hard rolls. I would never joke about hard rolls. Or bread, bagels, carbs, croissants. Yum. I'm so glad that we as a nation are done being angry at carbs. It was a dark time for me. What do we got here? What do we got? Show yourself on my radar. Where are you? Oh, right. Well, that I know of. Oh, wow. That's way down there. That was Air Transport International coming from Cincinnati in a Boeing 767. Somebody help me out with the name of that runway. It is like the southernmost runway, like just north. In fact, it goes right over 285, like the southern end of 285. Preach, moderator. We keep it friendly here. And if you're naughty, I get to press the timeout button. Nimrod Greeny, I had one banana phone and one pew, 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 pew. But there has not been a lot of sound effect worthy shenanigans. I haven't gotten to play my Big Frida Looking Expensive song yet. Hopefully I will before we're done. I guess since we have so many planes in the bend, I could play a song there. Because I have a song for lots of planes in the bend. This is Delta 715 coming in from LAX. Boeing 757. Well, there are a couple of interstates in the vicinity of the airport, Darmok. But to answer your question, the loop that goes around Atlanta 285, yes, that runway goes right through. I mean, not literally right through, but 285. And it's south of Airport Loop Road, if that is helpful. I have all of the runway numbers written down somewhere, but I mean, what do I need to do that for? That's what you guys are here for. You're my little team of aviation experts in the chat. Runway 28. Runway 28. Runway 28. So, the consensus is it's runway 28. Thanks, guys. You know, for future reference, I think, we do another runway 28 landing, I will come up with something for that. But I think that's the first one we've caught since we started streaming. Charles Roberts has entered the chat. Hi, Charles. We are a new live stream. This is our 7th live stream together. We just started. Oh, how many days? I don't know. Time is a flat circle, right, guys? We are in our 3rd week of streaming as of this evening. Happy Father's Day if you're into that sort of thing. I see there are 66 of you in the chat. Ooh, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I see a Frontier flight with livery. So if you did anything fun for Father's Day, or you're having, you know, some sort of meat on a stick or over a fire to close out your Father's Day, tell me what it is. I want to know. This is Southwest 2884 going to Milwaukee, 737 there. Oh, wait, now I'm seeing, oh, are we on 26 right now? Yes, that is correct. Maybe I should have something for the Frontier livery. What do you guys think about that? Something funsy. Delta 365 going to Houston, Airbus A321 there. Yeah, I know, Darmok. I saw. I even know what it is. It's a flamingo. There it is. That is, of course it is. Flo the Flamingo livery. And it's going to San Diego. That's an Airbus A320. Thank you, LH Triple D. Appreciate it. Aviation 304, dinner with the fam. Solid. Ahead of Flo is Delta 2197 going to Nashville, Boeing 737. I think I got a Frontier song for you guys. I'm gonna have to speed it up a little though, because we only get 30 seconds. Yeah, that was Animal by Def Leppard, in case you were not able to identify it. Flo is on the way to San Diego, Airbus A320 there. Any Def Leppard fans in the chat? Until I come up with something better, Animal by Def Leppard is going to be our Frontier flight music, if they have livery, which I think they mostly do. At least the ones that we've been seeing on the stream. I see a banana in the background. This is Delta 537 going to Seattle, Boeing 737. Darmok, that is nice to hear. Sarah Jane RN, what kind of nurse are you? You work in a doctor's office or a hospital or something more fun than that? Very much admire nurses. You work very, very hard. Maybe not always getting the recognition you deserve. This is Delta 2783 going to New Orleans, 757. I am refreshing my chat here. Southwest going to Louisville here, Boeing 737. This is Delta 1333 coming in from Sarasota, Boeing 757. That's a nice shot. It's Delta 740 going to Santa Ana, Boeing 757. The nav plane is on deck, right ahead of it. This is Delta 1442 going to Columbus. That's a Boeing 737. Okay. This is Delta 67 coming in from Rome on an Airbus 330. What's that you say, Jen? Did you say Rome? Why, yes, I did. Back-to-back sound effects. No extra charge.
I've got this feeling so appealing for us to get together and sing, sing. Ring, 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 banana fun.
This is Spirit 1301, headed to LAX. About to split. Airbus A320 there. If you guys aren't going to do the dad jokes, then I will. All right, kids. My stream, not my stream, my chat was lagging a little bit, but back in business now. Aviation 304 likes Rocket. It's a good song. Courtney Marie likes the 757 not only because it's a looker, but a good flight crew. That's cool. Darmok, we are busy for a number of reasons. Yes, we are the only big airport within hours in any direction, but we are also the Delta hub, so that is why it is as busy as it is. This is Alaska Airlines 464 coming in from Seattle on a Boeing 737 MAX 9. Ooh, a brand new plane. We do have multiple airports in the Atlanta area, but the other ones are small. They include Peachtree DeKalb, South Fulton, which is, or no, Fulton County Airport, which I think is called Charlie Brown Field. There is a small airport in Cobb County. There is also Dobbins Air Force Base. So no lack of flight activity even outside of Hartsfield. Eastern Airlines, how about that? I haven't heard that name in a hot minute. LH Triple D dabbing for Delta. This is a 737 headed for San Francisco. Charles Roberts, O'Hare is busy, but Atlanta has had the title of the world's busiest airport for, I don't even know how many years now. Several, bare minimum. I would have to look it up. Now, as far as biggest goes, I think it's either O'Hare or Denver that has the longest runway. I think it's Denver. I looked it up last week, because I am an aspiring aviation geek. I believe that runway in Denver is something like 3 miles long. I know a couple of you guys were here when we were talking about it last week. Somebody back me up here. Coming in from Nashville right now, this is Delta 2282, Boeing 737 9GP, and is over an hour late. It is Denver. So as far as biggest airport goes, I'm not sure by what metric, like actual square acreage of the facility and the grounds, or number of airlines. I can do a little quick looky-uppy here of a little nerd stat for you. In the next 7 days, just departures from Hartsfield-Jackson, 7,531. Just departures in a week. O'Hare will have 7,100 departures in the next 7 days. So, certainly not saying O'Hare is sleepy by any stretch. Neck and neck. 79 degrees now at Hartsfield-Jackson, overcast skies. Sometimes I wonder about these obs. I'm not sure that's right. I would say partly to mostly cloudy. Winds are variable at 7 miles an hour. On my flight radar, this particular app, when winds are variable, the arrows point in all directions. Looks like chaos, but it's not. 7 miles an hour. No big whoop. Am I right? So Courtney Marie says Denver is 52 square miles, the airport. Wait. Really? That can't be right, can it? King Fahd International, 299 square miles. So yeah, I guess that can be right. Gosh, that seems crazy. 59 friends in the chat. If you are new to us, just finding us, we are Atlanta Flights Live. We're a new show. This is our third week streaming together. If you've been lurking, this is your moment. This is your moment to pop into the chat and say, hey, long-time lurker, first-time chatter, or not even long-time lurker, new lurker, first-time chatter. Introduce yourself. Tell me where you're from. Tell me what's for dinner, breakfast, lunch, wherever you are. Hello, Craig Smith. Welcome. I imagine it is rather balmy in your neck of the woods right now. Just for the moment on our northern runways here, we have a little lull in the action after it being just nose to tail nonstop for the last hour and a half. Craig Smith, where in the Virgin Islands are you? This is Delta 2729 coming in from St. Louis. Boeing 737. St. Thomas, nice. Are you originally from the Virgin Islands? Are you visiting? Did you move there? Am I being too nosy? I've never been to the Virgin Islands, but I would very much like to visit. Was an in-air twofer there. This is Delta Flight 32 coming from DFW, Airbus A321. A321 right there, but my flight radar has not updated the destination. Last time we did this, I guessed Sacramento and it was going to Philly. So this time I'm going to guess Philly. Let's see what happens. Cool, cool. Craig Smith. Massachusetts must have been a wee bit of an adjustment for you. Justin Hope has entered the chat. Hi, how are you? Thanks for dropping by. This is Air Canada Express, operated by Jazz Aviation, headed to Toronto in a what? What is that? Oh, it's a Mitsubishi CRJ 900LR. Yeah, I'm sure, Greg. That first winter must have been a little shock to the system. Justin Hope, good question, with a somewhat not definitive answer. As we are new, we're still kind of feeling out the schedule, but several times a week, we were able to get 4 streams in last week. Mother Nature intervened and cut one out for us. This week, we're looking to do bare minimum 4, including tonight. If you like, subscribe, and turn on the notifications, you will always know when we're going live. This is an Airbus A321 coming in from Milwaukee. Thank you, Justin. Hey, everybody. Be like Justin. If you haven't already, like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. We are building a community here, so we very much appreciate and, not to be thirsty, need your support. Hello, Bradley, with the pink hand waves, and ugh, my old eyes, I can't see what that is. Is that a purple bunny rabbit? I cannot tell, unless I put on my glasses, which gives me a headache when I wear my headphones, so I don't like to do that. All right. We got a little Big Frida coming in now. Chris might be our #1 supporter here. He's #1 in my book. Thank you so much for the $20. I appreciate not only your support and your information in the chat, but Chris is like looking out for us. He's like my COO, which is a position that pays $0. So we here at Atlanta Flights Live, me in particular, very much appreciate this. Thank you, Courtney Marie. We'll see you soon. I am also interested in feedback from you OGs if there is a particular time of day, on a particular day, that you would like to see live streams. Keep in mind, we are EDT here, Eastern Daylight Time, so same as New York, DC, Miami, Boston. I'm thinking, Monday mornings, weather permitting, Thursday and Friday afternoons, when I can make it happen, Sunday evenings. However, if you're like, Jen, ugh, come on. 1:30 on a Wednesday afternoon is where it's at. Let me know. Keep in mind, sunshine required, daylight required. So if you tell me you want to see a stream at 3 a.m., I can't say that's going to be happening anytime soon. Yeah, Craig, I agree with you. I would like to keep some variety in there and change things up from time to time. But I also know that people like routine, they like a schedule. So, a little bit of both, hopefully. Twofer. Delta 2993 headed for Minneapolis. Nope. I lied. I do all the lies. That is Southwest 3242 headed for St. Louis, Boeing 737. And coming in is the flight from Minneapolis. I can give you a little more juice right here. But I don't want to blow your ears out, so tell me if that's good. For any audio geeks out there, I use a Scarlett 2i2 interface from Focusrite, and the volume button is very small, so I have to make small adjustments, otherwise, kapow in your ear holes. How we doing, kids? Is that a little better? Can you hear me talking about a banana phone? Our camera audio has gotten a little loud for some reason. I'm not sure why. I am turning up my mic volume. Is it making a difference yet? My mic is up pretty hot now. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Ground control to major chat. Can you hear me now? This is Delta Connection 5110 coming in from Evansville. Mitsubishi CRJ 701. Got my mic almost as hot as it can go, so let me know if you guys can hear me. We are sitting at 79 degrees here at Hartsfield-Jackson. I'm going to take a little look at the weather radar. Take a look at what's going there. Chris, I am getting in touch with our camera operator. Francisco Asensio. Hello to you. Good afternoon where you are. Good evening here. Sky banana. If you can say, or if you can hear me say, banana splits are delicious, somebody say banana splits are delicious in the chat. I have an interface, as I mentioned, with Scarlet 2i2. I have that baby cranked up pretty good. I'm sounding a little fuzzy in my headphones, so I can't really turn it up much more, but I also don't want to. That is Delta 1137 coming in from Nashville. It's a Boeing 737. Spirit flight is headed to Cleveland. It's an Airbus A320. Nice shot against the backdrop of those golden clouds there. This is JetBlue coming in from Boston. It's coming into one of the southern runways. Airbus A220.
Southwest, cross 27 left, left, west loop. Clear cross 27 left, follow southwest, on 2747. Good with 697.
Hi. Hey. It me. I'm the host. It me. If you are just joining us, I'm Jen Nittoso. This is Atlanta Flights Live. Live departures and arrivals from Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport in Atlanta. If you haven't already, make sure to like and subscribe and turn on notifications for a new program. So we very much appreciate your support. Got another 15-ish minutes left in this stream, and assuming Mother Nature will cooperate, we will be back tomorrow morning for a little Monday Morning Madness. Florencio Lopez, hello, how are you? What's happening? A little bit of a lull here with the departures. Just a couple planes in the crook. One of our regulars from the UK who is not here this evening, and I, last week, were coming up with new and creative ways to talk about the bend. He was tired of hearing me say bend, apparently. So I'm going with crook right now. Coming in from Tulsa, this is Delta 1201, Boeing 717. Joshua LeClaire, am I okay? That feels like a little question. Besides the fact that maybe you guys can't hear me, I'm good. Oh, Chris, fare thee well. Thank you so much for being with us as always. We very much appreciate you. Hello to NextJet from LAX. Hi, how are you? What's happening in LA today? Another pretty shot right there. We're still a couple of hours out from sunset, but the clouds and the angle of the sun making for some pretty shots right now. I don't know if we'll get that Darmok, but I'm looking at it. This is Flight 1705 coming in from Oklahoma City, Boeing 717. Actually, we've got a flight from Paris landing on one of the southern runways right now, but you'll just have to trust that I'm telling the truth. Happy Father's Day to my dads in the chat. Thank you for spending a little time with us on your special day. Pet dads, 100% count. You're a pet dad and you want to tell me about your dog. Even if you're not a pet dad and you want to tell me about your dog. I am always up for it. Oh, look at that. Who do I spy right there? Coming in from Istanbul, Turkish Airlines, flight 31K on an Airbus A350. That certainly gets us a little air horn. There we go. That's a big one. This is Delta Connection 5143, coming from Chattanooga in a Mitsubishi CRJ 900. Oh, hey, oh, Darmok. Twofer. Tiny twofers. Little baby touching down. Coming in from Jackson. That is Southern Airways Express. That is a Cessna 208B Grand Caravan. Tiny planes, long names. Craig Smith, are you asking me when I became an aviation geek? Because the answer is sometime in the last week and a half, apparently. I was a meteorologist at the Weather Channel and worked in weather for many years. So I was already a sky nerd. So making the jump to aviation geek, it was just a puddle jumper jump. That metaphor needs a little work, but you get my drift. Thank you, Joshua. Ooh, ooh. Is there a critter coming in? I am not seeing it on my 43 screens just yet. Thanks for staying up late with us, Doros, and we will be back tomorrow morning, which will be mid to late afternoon for you. A little bit more civilized time. Again, weather permitting. This is Southwest 1535 coming in from Kansas City. Boeing 737. Hey, somebody let me know how my volume is, because I feel like my microphone is hot, 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 and I want to turn it down, assuming you can hear me now. Hear me okay? Tarmac, why am I not finding this? Why am I not seeing it? I'm really digging these sky views tonight. Just the right angle of the sun off what I'm guessing are some cumulonimbus clouds. It's a little hard to tell on my feed. Southwest 2393 coming in from Houston, Boeing 737. turning down my mic a little bit. Let me know if that's a problem and you guys can't hear me. This is Delta 1890 coming in from West Palm Beach, Airbus A321, landing on one of the southern runways. And by southern, I mean on the south side of the airport. We shoot, or at least right now, we are shooting the northern runways. Our camera operator is close to the Renaissance Hotel. That's where we shoot from. So sometimes we get a decent shot of those flights coming in on the south side. Wiki wiki. Southwest 2927 headed to Denver, Boeing 737. Quick Diet Coke infusion here. We've only got a few minutes left here, so if you have any thoughts, feelings, observations, emotions, plane facts, airport facts, Father's Day facts, fax machines that you want to talk about, it's now or never, kids. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Turn on your notifications. Super chats and super stickers, always welcome. We're a growing show. Starbucks? Darmok? Like, you want to talk about Starbucks? This is Delta 850 going to Jackson, Boeing 757. Oh, no. It's Diet Coke. I have a terrible Diet Coke addiction. I know. I do drink coffee earlier in the day, but usually either from my Nespresso or cold brew made at home. It's another nice shot heading out right there. Into the golden sunset. Poetry, also welcome in the chat. Thank you, Bryant Tucker. Hopefully tomorrow morning, if you can fit us into your schedule and the weather gods smile upon us, or I would even take just ignore us. My new coffee protocol is Dunkin' Donuts cold brew, made at home, with unsweetened vanilla oat milk and sweet oat latte creamer. All about the oats. I heart oat milk. This is Delta 2717 going to Las Vegas, Airbus A321. Might be our last one for today. I believe it is. Hopefully we're going to close out with a golden sunset. Thanks for joining me, Jennifer Nittoso, for Atlanta Flights Live, special Father's Day edition. We bring you live streams from Hartsfield-Jackson International here in Atlanta, the world's busiest airport. Hoping to be back tomorrow morning. If not, stay tuned to the notifications. You can also follow me on Twitter at Jennifer Nittoso. I know, crazy handle, right? And I will try to tweet if it looks like we are not going to do a stream when we thought we were going to. But in the meantime, enjoy the rest of your Sunday evening or Monday, depending on where you're from. Very much appreciate you joining us this evening, and I will talk at you, hopefully, tomorrow. Take care, kids.
27 right. Join Lima, Lima, off. Go ahead.
So much the crazy. Remember,
39 left there, confirm heavy 76, fall runway 28, little land, wind 2207.
Where's the land, runway 28, coming in?
Delta 1837, taxi 0 Charlie, runway 27 left. 0 Charlie, short 27 left, Delta 1833. November 2 Whiskey Loop, Southwest 526. Out of 300 tower, repeat 7 around. That's 301 heavy contact. Runway 27 left. Okay, peak Sierra Charlie, short of 27 left for Delta 4. That was 3089. Make the first time, medium says traffic to address. Deputy 276, runway 28, go to land, wind 200 6. Well, if you usually close the switch as soon as I got Lima, but anyway. Okay, yeah, I'm just making sure you're here. Thanks. That's the fourth. There'll be traffic crossing downfield. You can line up way 27 right. Line up and way to runway 27 right up to 2406. So 300 down that far, Steve. Fair enough. Charlie, short of 27,